Hello, everyone. This is GK Shaman. I'm here with Migo, and he's going to be showing off a Dutch church double timing FI. This is one of our new series called Discussing the Meta, or this will be a strategy guide. Migo, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
We're going to be discussing one of your ranked games, and I wanted to give up the guide for everyone. So, this is the basic setup. Migo, I'll let you introduce it.
Sure. As you can see by the title, this is a Dutch church double timing. So, what that essentially means is the goal of this build is to get like a decent number of banks up early. Like, usually I would go for like 4 to 5, then go for a timing push in H3 with skirms from my barracks and stradiots from the church card, and sometimes also Reuters, like a 9 Reuter shipment. And yeah, just try to get damage done in early H3. Often that also forces your opponent to have to react. And after that, I mean, you can also continue playing H3 if you're sort of stuck in that situation. But the goal is to then go to H4 and have another timing with the 30 Musk from the church, as well as heavy cannons. And an important thing to note is that with the starting crates, you want to be building a trading post.
Okay, fantastic. I really like this. I did want to mention one thing that we might want to add to this. Colonial militia, how necessary is it?
For this build,
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely a card that Dutch likes to have just generally in some matchups, I would say. And when you have a TP, you can definitely sneak it in. I do see it somewhat problematic if you're going to go for this double timing, because that's a lot of shipments.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like a
because then
stutter step in the
yeah,
flow.
because that's the thing. Like, sending the church card, sneaking it in is already sometimes difficult, because like, you need the 700 wood, the bank wagon, and those cards just in order to get started. And then oftentimes you'll send a shipment in early H3, some units or 1k coin depending on your macro in order to age quickly.
Mhm.
And it feels hard to sneak in CM into this build. I feel like if you're in a matchup where you want to be sending CM, for example, versus Russia, then you don't want to be going for this church double timing on top of that.
Okay, that sounds good. From my experience, I just like to have it in deck, and it can make, as I'm sure you know, it can make the difference between winning and losing a game. So,
Yeah,
obviously, what
definitely.
we recommend to everyone is adapt to the situation at hand. But
Yeah,
it's definitely not a mandatory card, obviously. So that's good to know. And just to clarify, Stradiots you get from the church card, right? And the Musks you also get from the church card. Those are the two
yeah,
Dutch techs.
exactly.
Um, and skirms, heavy cannons is the shipment. Reuters is an age up, or it is a shipment, and it is also optional because if the opponent, if you want to explain why it's optional.
Yeah, so if I want to be pushing Brits and I go for the timing in H3, I might push with my Stradiots and my Skirms, because those are usually the units you'll have out earlier, because you can send the church card, for example, while aging to third, and train Skirms while aging to third as well. And Reuters you only get once you're in H3. So it's usually like a nine Reuter shipment that would come a bit later to the party, but it just feels nice to have them versus a Civ that has calf potential.
That sounds good. All right, so let's get into the actual game. So here, this is a Twitch highlight just for anyone wondering, and this was a real game with you ranked versus a Japan player, correct?
Yeah,
Klaar.
yeah, matchup I don't really like very much, and I don't think there's a lot of things that you can uh like, let's say, more standard things that really work well. So
Juist.
I feel like you're better off doing something a little more cheesy to throw off your opponent, and this church double timing I would consider as such.
Juist.
Can you lower game volume a bit, because it's
Sure.
very loud for me?
Ja. Ja.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. So one thing, you just did multiple actions in that opening 1 minute or 36 seconds. I can pause or keep going, but do you want to explain any of these strategic kind of decisions?
Yeah, so I'm just like gathering the starting crates, killing my first hunt, chopping wood, because I want to be building a teepee, but I also need house for wood, wood for a house. So that's what I'm chopping for, and I'll eventually put the wood villagers onto coin, I think, so that I can continue villager production.
Sweet. And I also noticed that you took your explorer and you went up top. You were
Hmm.
kiting a treasure, but the reason you didn't go say down on the bottom is the TP's up here. So it made sense to just be in this general area. But my, I guess, bigger question is why not go straight for the TP, like auto players and some other TP start players do?
Uh, I don't know. I think it's really worth it on some apps, especially when you can get the first pass and it's like a very big one. Um, because
Oh,
then
but that
like
first
getting
pass
the
has been a bit nerfed recently, right? Like on Great Plains,
I'm
I think is when players would rush to that middle TP.
yeah, that's definitely one map. I'm not sure how good the pass here is, but I think because it's a small route, it's not that impactful.
Okay.
Um, I guess it might have been still a good decision, but it's not really like that relevant. Like I think what I got was 35 XP. I think I also saw that treasure and assumed it was a wood treasure because it had the same guardian.
No, I know what you
And
mean. I know exactly what you mean.
yeah,
I thought the same thing.
yeah. But yeah, it's not like on some maps definitely focus on getting the TP first. If it's a big start and you know which TP gives you the first pass quickly. But I think on this kind of map, it's not very important.
Okay. All right. Sounds solid.
Ja. Oké. Ja. 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 Juist. Commando.
Yeah, and
Klaar.
I think you need to either go 15 or 16 bill age up in order to not have any idle time.
Commando.
Like if you find like a coin treasure or like a food treasure, you can probably age with 15 bills with no idle time. Else, you probably have to age with 16
Ja. Commando.
to second.
Klaar. Ja. Ja.
So at this point, you looked at his deck. You did see that he was building a consulate, so you know he's kind of going like that Japan boom style with the
Klaar. Ja.
Yeah,
Portuguese consulate and such. Or that's what you assume. You haven't seen the flag, but
yeah. I
consulate
mean,
first
it
generally
wouldn't make
applies.
sense. It wouldn't make any sense building a consulate at this point and going for Japanese cons
Yeah,
because he doesn't get any bonus. So uh, pretty
he's
much has to
definitely
be
going for ports
Portuguese.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then I can also be, yeah, mostly confident about what his game plan is going to be.
You also did see the 3 boats in deck, so you know he's going to try to,
Juist. Ja.
ship
Oké.
or tech
Commando.
the
Ja.
fishing boats
Ja.
just to get a little advantage.
Ja.
Yeah,
Ja. Juist. Ja. Commando.
yeah. Just getting some treasures here. I think you can go a little forward, like just
Yep.
Ja.
skip like a minute or so.
Ja. Ja. Oké.
Just early age 1 stuff. Nice sneaking. What did he do? I'm just curious.
He had his explorers in, I don't know which mode that exactly.
Cover
Like,
mode,
look
I
at that.
think, or stagger mode, something like
I
that.
don't think I don't think those can go cover mode, because cover mode
Oh
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
a heavy infantry kind of thing. Like not like pikemen, musketeers can't even do that. And those
Mm.
are basically like light infantry bows.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But they move faster in stagger mode, I guess.
No, I pretty like stagger mode isn't for speed.
I guess I wonder why he's doing it.
Yeah,
But
it just looks interesting.
yeah, it looks kind of cool, but I don't know if there's a strategic decision. So you get the wood age up, 400 wood. You transition, 5. You don't do a 510, but you do a 7-8. I mean, you're just watching the resources. You make sure
Yeah, yeah,
you put more to wood eventually.
exactly. Like
And I
I try
think,
to
oh, and that's a wood treasure. Perfect.
exactly. That makes getting the bank up early a lot easier, obviously. So that's a very good treasure to take.
Ja? Ja, oké, ja, oké, ja, juist. Ik ga. Klaar, oké. Ja, 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 juist. Ja, klaar. Juist.
And I can give you also be like mostly confident that he's shrining right now.
Ik ga. Oké.
That's one thing to note in this kind of matchup,
Ja, ja.
or just generally versus Japan if they go for a boomy playstyle, is that around the time, like, 3-minute mark or something, while they're aging, you can be sure that their explorers are trying to shrine. So it's like a time window to get these kind of treasures.
Klaar. Ja?
I was a bit unfortunate with losing my envoy to the explorer, to the tiger.
Yeah, I saw that. Not huge, but still frustrating.
Yeah,
Now you're still, so he's going Toshigu.
Klaar.
He aged faster than you as Japan.
yeah,
Is that
he
weird?
aged quite fast. Not really, because I did 16 village up.
Okay,
So
okay.
Ja, oké, ja, oké.
I mean, I got an 80 coin treasure, but it wouldn't have allowed me to actually age quicker. So I still went for like 16 village up,
Klaar. Ja?
but it allows me to train my first villager nice and quickly. If you play a lot of Dutch, you might know sometimes it's hard to get your bank up and train a villager right upon hitting H3.
Yeah, that's always the intense. I play Dutch a fair amount, so that is definitely
You've been
stressful.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm shipping Bankwagon right now because I'm starting with a Rax.
And you're
And
shipping 3 Hus. That's kind of
yeah,
huge.
I'm shipping 3 Hus, which is like a bit of a freestyle move right here. And I'm shipping 3 Hus because I scouted the Rax, and I know the only thing he's going to be able to train anytime soon is Ashi and Yumi. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to just train a batch of skirms. I'm anyways like see how many shipments I'm getting in because of
Yeah.
making banks and having a TP. I'm just going to ship these 3 Hus and follow it up with 700 wood.
That
And
herd in the middle does not want to come close to you at all.
yeah, it doesn't hurt. Like it's one of these you know how in our RE the Asian maps they would also know like the starting hunt, for example on Siberia and stuff, how it wouldn't hunt
Yeah.
move. Yeah, it's one of those for some reason. So yeah, I'm just sending the 3 Hus, making a batch of skirms and trying to just get something done. He does
So
have a
this is
second.
just some light poking. This isn't meant to kill anything, maybe catch a random vill, but more so just to keep your position in the middle and push a little.
Yeah, he does have 2 batches of Yumi though already, and he can pop melee Minutemen from his town center, so I have to be careful here. That's why I'm not like running right in there, although
Okay.
that's sort of what I was planning on doing.
And you're also
Otherwise,
kind of like carefully just killing a few Yumi. You did catch a vill. Maybe you'll catch one more. He pops the melee sentries. Okay.
yeah,
You did, and you trained like 2 more skirm too from the racks. Okay.
yeah. like I'm forcing at least something, which
Yeah,
was sort of the goal. And anyways, with the resources I had stacked, if I had sent 700 wood, they would have mostly been sitting like on my stockpile.
yeah.
So even though this wasn't like the best, it might have not been the best trade I've gotten, considering like it cost me a whole shipment. Um, just due to having so much XP, I feel like it also opens you up to playing in this manner.
Yeah, no, I mean, I personally think that the best part about this is you're keeping the enemy kind of engaged. So he isn't like kind of crazy booming. He did lose 2 vills. You know, he had to train a bunch of Yumi and send Minutemen or one
Yeah,
of them. So you're not letting him just go crazy, you know, with the boom. Like if this was a Brits player, he wouldn't, you know, get to 50 vills in 7 minutes.
yeah, exactly. This is just like forcing a reaction, I would call it.
He is
And
amassing a lot of Yumi though. So let's
yeah,
see what you try to do. It's 8 minutes. You sent 700 coins coming in, only on
exactly.
food. You will
At this
gather up
point,
that coin.
like I know um,
Ah, and you send in the church card. Okay.
I've got like a decent number of banks, like 4 banks right here, and I know he's not going to be able, or I'm quite confident he's not going to be able to age faster than me. And so I click up, like knowing if I train more skirms, it's not like I'm going to really get done anything with them. So setting the church card and making sure I get Stradiots ASAP when I'm aged, and training another batch of skirms, I will go for the first uh, push of the actual strategy. Like this game is sort of like a triple timing, but again, like the 3 Hus and skirm poking, that was a bit more of like a freestyle move.
Yeah. No, I like this so far. Um, and you made the Husky work, so it's not like
Yeah,
you just lost them for free. So
and now as you can see, I'm trying to like go very heavily on gold so that I can get the 1K coin. I already chopped for the church, so it's now just a matter of yeah, a few seconds until I get them out. And
yeah,
then yeah, I need to go back to chopping just because I don't have
the
that much
wood to
infrastructure.
support the hop,
Yeah, that's a
and
good thing about the Stradiots though. They don't cost pop, so I can send them even though I'm popped right now.
yeah. Just to clarify for viewers, they do cost pop after they come, but you can still queue up the research tech and have them arrive and
Yeah,
be overpopped. That's what you're trying to say, right?
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So yeah,
I know, but in case people don't understand.
so right now just trying to yeah, do similar thing as I did with the 3 Hus. Just run in, try just idle him, maybe get a villager kill or catch his units. I don't really feel confident engaging here, also because he called the sentry, so I just back off and call it a day.
Lot just happened there. Let me quickly go back a little bit. I think that's a key highlight. So just for, for the notes everyone saw, this is the push in H3 with the Stradiot tech, the skirms he had built up. And you didn't call Reuters because you're against Japan and you didn't see a stable, you didn't see
Yeah,
Naginata.
and
So,
even if he's still not H2, so unless he's got a hidden daimyo or hidden stables in some corner, he's not going to be having any Nagi
Naginata's,
anytime
yeah.
soon.
Oh, yeah, he's still H2. He can't ship
Yeah,
Cav.
exactly. And
So,
then even
okay.
five Nagis, if they were to pop somewhere, my Stradiots are like quite a lot stronger. So
Yeah.
there's really no need to go Reuters here.
And you do
And
even queue up helps. So,
yeah, at this point I'm queuing up helps, but not because not really as anti-cav, but just to start sieging the shrines. Because even
yeah.
though he's pushing me off or defending me, yeah, pushing me off right here, I like he can't really engage me on an open battlefield because
Yep.
he'll
And I do want to highlight that you saw massive Yumi, and so you expertly macroed for 1,000 gold to kick out the Stradiots.
Yeah,
which crush like even 20 Yumi with 6 of those guys. So
yeah.
that's really well done. Good job.
And then yeah, the helps just to get his to 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 kill his shrines, and I
Yeah,
don't think he can really contest that right now. And I
yeah,
can use my army for the same thing. So this is
this is really
yeah,
good
you
so
can
far. Let's see.
continue the video.
Shipping 1,000 wood. Reason behind that?
Well, I I still don't have the best infrastructure, and I feel like yeah, there's not going to be he's not going to be able to um like punish me for it, you know? He's not in a
Yeah,
position to punish me right now, and sending
yeah,
1k wood is always nice, just because it's so high value.
yeah. You've kind of pushed him a lot. You're basically just increasing your advantage at this point.
Yeah, yeah, that's what yeah essentially 1k wood is doing right here. It allows me also to get like stagecoach because I picked up the second TP.
Okay.
And yeah, I even forgot that, but I sent the helps to the north, so there's no way he's going to be sending Ashy there, because the only path going there would be where my army is located, or
Yeah.
through my army, and so I'm feeling very safe. Yeah, just killing his shrines here.
Just to highlight, you're eliminating probably like 6 to 8 shrines right now.
Yeah, definitely a considerable hit to
Yeah,
his eco.
that's at least 600 wood. That's more than a TC's worth now that you're just eliminating, and he can't do anything about it because he can't answer the skirm stratty at mass.
Yeah, he is aged now though, so that's why I'm also queuing the 9 Reuters, because I know he can send the 5 Nagis if he wants to, and if he's added a stable now, um, that is something to be scared of. But I
Okay.
keep queuing it because I would rather save it up for H4, because obviously those shipments are worth more.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I did get the TC next to my TP line, which yeah, it's not like particularly helpful or anything, but I just like going for it.
No, it makes sense. It's another base. You just need food now. You have enough gold. So now you're just kind of taking care of the map. You have stagecoach.
Yeah, yeah. If you saw it, actually, I for like a second I was about to ship 1k food, which isn't the highest value Dutch shipment, but because I was already floating so much coin, like that the amount that was needed to go to H3, I I think it's definitely something you can do, just because it would have allowed me to probably be like halfway up by now. So yeah, just as a side note.
Yeah, I see that. Now you're essentially you're up, or you've clicked up. You're a quarter of the way there. You have a TC built. You took care of 6 shrines, but now he is going to push, and I, the video should push up to the top. Does he have? Yeah, he has the 2 arrows and a huge massive ashes.
Yeah,
So
yeah. At
you
this
can't
point,
fight this at this point. You do not have the strength to.
yeah, I can't fight this, but I don't think a way of the bow is in yet, so I still should have more range than this entire army, which means I can definitely poke him while
Take
he's sieging
units for
my
free.
TC. Yeah, and now as you can see, I'm pulling my Stradiates forward because his Yumi got a bit too ambitious, and I can sort of punish him a bit for that.
Okay. I
And
also
but this is
noticed this
just
whole time, I'm sure people have noticed, you have constantly been queuing and dequeuing 9 Reuters. Why? You don't see any Nagis, and they don't do well versus Ashi or Yumi. So you
yeah,
just
exactly.
Okay.
It's just safety.
Yeah.
And obviously, this whole time, him trying CG my TC has in reality been great for me because it's been buying me all the time I needed to.
Age up.
Uh, yeah, and now I'm up safely. I can send 2 heavy cannons. I already have the coin necessary for my to 20 mask. So that's definitely like a key thing. Like for both timings, you want to be moving a lot of villagers on coin so that you can immediately make use of those church tags.
So one thing to highlight, I might have missed it. Let me see. Did you age up with 9 Reuters?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay, okay. So you didn't
And
train a single Reuter. You didn't ship the 9 Reuters, but you aged up with them.
actually, I trained 5 riders.
Ah, okay,
Like
okay,
I,
okay.
at some point while he was staging my TP at TC, I added
Yeah, you added the
stable
stable.
and trained some riders.
And you
But
built, I noticed what I liked is you built a tower up here because since your TC's dead, you at least have one drop point to cover this top half of the map. And you have a TC as a drop point for this bottom half.
exactly, like actually the tower, it does 2 things which are very important right now. One is yeah, it just protects my villagers in case he raids. But actually, more
Right there.
importantly, the main reason I built it right there is because I was sort of anticipating him moving out further with his army.
Yeah,
And if he had done that, I could have like popped my 2 heavy cannons and the 30 musk right on that tower,
yeah,
perhaps right on top of his army, which usually goes good. So
yeah. So, and also, I mean, you have like 10, 15 vills there, and right now that's half your eco. Or not half, but half of your vill eco.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And
So
now
now you
I'm
have the
seeing
Stradiots, the Reuters, you're shipping 2 heavy cannons, Ashies are coming.
exactly. I saw my on my dead explorer's army was moving back, so that's why I'm pushing like south with
Oh,
my
and
musk
your
and the rest
TP,
of my
you
army.
see that his army's all there.
Uh, he actually with my but first with my explorer. Before that,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
was on
oh,
top
I
of
see,
my
I see.
explorer, and
Yeah.
now he's on my TP.
Since you
And
know that he was here and he was here, you just push in to his base.
exactly,
And the
and with
2
the two
heavy
heavy
cannons, you
cannons,
change the drop point and kill those 8 Ashies raiding.
yeah,
Perfect.
exactly. And now it's all about just attacking. I feel confident enough to actually send a factory here.
Yeah.
Um,
One thing I have
obviously,
a question about, you don't have um you don't have any unit ups. Like you didn't upgrade your skirms, you haven't sent any cards for skirms or Hus. You don't have any Hus, you don't have any vet or even guard Reuters. Why
yeah,
if I can ask, why not prioritize any upgrades? Like no arsenal, none of that.
because they are very expensive. Like right now, I might have like 20 scrims or something, and 600 wood, 600 coin is like it's not like I can like easily get that on top of the 30 musk, which are the priority, and like the main point of this is pushing with the musk and the heavy cannons. So any units I have on top of that are like they're like there to help, but they're most likely at this point not my main army.
Okay.
A few more minutes into being industrial, obviously some of your musk might have died. The 2 heavy cannons uh, might be dead as well. That by that point, you probably only have like skirms, Reuters, Hus, something like among those last. And
Okay.
by that point, it obviously becomes more and more worth it to upgrade them.
Okay.
But like at this point, it would just be too much of an investment um, for too little benefit. That's why
No, that makes
I
sense. I agree with that. All right. And I think one thing to highlight is right now you just want more guys on the ground. You want more cannons, more musks, more skirms, more cav, just to
yeah, just more
overwhelm.
mass.
Yeah. I think that's more of
Exactly.
a 1v1 versus team thing. Getting the upgrades isn't as necessary right now. And you're not
Yeah,
just going one unit, you're going like 4 different units right now.
exactly. Like in a team, obviously, you also have less units, so you'll have more of that one unit, and then
Yeah.
upgrading it also is more viable. You can see I'm getting mercantilism right now, and
Oh, nice.
like with the coin I still have, I'm getting the two factories first just because like he
Wait,
doesn't
I
have a
might have
lot of
missed it.
mass.
You queued up mercantilism? Oh,
Yeah,
wow, okay. How did you
and
build up
so
1500 coin? I guess you just mined a lot and didn't make some troops for a little bit. Okay, okay.
yeah, I mean, I originally this was sort of like a miss macro. Okay, I don't have any wood right now. I'm
I see.
I can't get I won't be able to make more troops right now anyways. So I might as well just gather a bit more coin so that I can ship mercantilism. And you can obviously also get it intentionally because it's very good with H4 shipments because
Yeah.
they're so powerful.
What I realize is you are incredibly like you have kept Japan's shrine population so low this whole game. Like you have
Yeah,
constantly sieged so many shrines.
yeah,
Um,
that's definitely something that is worth doing versus Japan.
what I like about this game is you're not just doing like a typical bank boom, you know? And I don't know who outpaces who, but I feel like, to a degree, Jap can keep up with Dutch's boom. But by constantly killing shrines all across the map, you've really
I
kept up.
think uh, I think it's quite close, but I'm pretty sure that Japs actually outboom Dutch. Just Dutch is faster. But the problem
Ah,
usually in this matchup, when you go like Skirm right, has that kind of composition, or even cannons, is that Japan they have like very strong Yumi, so there's no way to really win with skirmishers. And I mean, Haas are can be dangerous versus them, but as soon as like Japan gets like the important unit upgrades in, it's just super hard to win any fight. That's why I like
yeah,
this kind of stuff, just because it's like it's a bit harder to prepare for. Also, some people might have never faced this before, and yeah, I mean, 30 guard mask and two heavy cannons at the time at which you can get them. I didn't get them as quickly as possible in this game because I started off with H2 pressure. But
yeah,
if you like do this even faster, it's quite scary. So
yeah.
um, yeah,
I do want to highlight that A, you've set your factories to cannons. B, you're making Hussar now. You're getting the wood upgrade. But you only have 6 on wood, but I guess you'll put more later just to have it. And you are making skirms, vills. You have the TP, the 1 TP on wood as well. Um, Japan cleaned up your whole army, but you are a clear, 10,000 ahead almost.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm very ahead at this point, and I have my factories. I before I put them on heavy cannons, I got the heavy cannon upgrade. That's
okay.
also like in case you didn't know that. Um, you definitely want to upgrade before training them if you ever want to upgrade them, because if you do it like if I would have put them on heavy cannons and then queued the upgrade afterwards, then the whole heavy cannon is still like training at slow speed, I'm very sure. So
Oh, okay. Good to know.
actually I'm not 100% on this, but I'm very sure that's the case, so I would advise to do so.
And you're getting vet Huss now. Interesting.
Yeah, I have a
Oh,
decent
because you saw
broider
the Yumi
mass.
mass. You've run out of strats, obviously. And now you just need to. And you're getting a skirm card upgrade now. Okay, so now you're getting into upgrading your military.
Yeah,
Um,
like
and
my
oh, because you're age 4, so you would rather push the advantage military tech wise now. You finally made Nagi, and a huge amount of it, though.
yeah, I felt like I had enough Reuters for how many Nagis I could expect. He did surprise me by going more heavily on Nagi than I thought. but I felt like prioritizing my Haas was the right decision here. It was looking scary for a moment, but now with the two heavy cannons and
Yeah, the two heavy cannons
um,
turned everything. That actually made all the Nagi disappear. Like they ran away.
yeah, and like I don't know if you saw that, but I basically like moved my Haas forward so that they would engage the Nagi because they're the most tanky,
Yeah.
and I would have my skirms and my riders try to move behind them and just yeah, deal range damage while the Haas are like baiting sort of.
No, that makes sense. I see that you have almost 17 bills on wood at this point, but a lot of things are costing wood. Pop,
Yeah,
houses, upgrades, market turks.
like at this point, I'm thinking about also getting artillery foundry, so that's why I'm also chopping a lot, because like he could be making flaming arrows or some stuff.
Yeah, I noticed your
Um,
style is to get the upgrade and then do the action.
yeah,
Which I don't know if that's a normal trait, but that's awesome. Okay, so the Nagis are trying to strike the cannons. You do have some helms and Reuters. Then he just loses two Nagi for free. And that's
yeah. You
GG.
actually you can back for the last sort of small engagement
Hmm.
because I feel like people don't use this enough. You'll see the Nagi coming onto my heavy cannons, and you know how when you have skirms and heavy infantry, for example, when
Yeah.
you pull them, when you jackbox them in a certain way, they will move like faster. Like they will. How do you explain this? I think you have to see this visually to understand it. But you can sort of pull your pikes from one side to another very quickly by clicking in a certain way. And that's also sort of what I was trying to achieve right here,
No, I see
because
that for sure. I notice also they put the pikes automatically in the front, which is just perfect.
exactly.
You don't want them to touch Reuters or skirms. You want them to touch the pikes.
and
Um,
and this is the kind of situation where I feel um, people who use a lot of control groups, they would tend to like move every single control group into that area, like all their anti-cav, to move to the artillery quickly. But often that's not the most efficient or the quickest way to achieve that. Oftentimes, drag boxing in a certain way gives you a better result.
that makes sense. All right. Well, this was really well done, Migo. Um, do you have any kind of closing comments towards the
Uh,
strategy of this build?
yeah, not really. No, I think we covered most of it.
Awesome. Honestly, I'm very impressed. You got through an entire Dutch game with only 4 banks.
Mhm. I actually forgot the last bank at some point
Yeah, no,
because
I mean that as a compliment. This is almost playing Dutch RE style. But you definitely made that work. I mean, you got a ton of units out. You you kept up pressure constantly on this Japan. You checked his shrines all over the map. You probably got like so much XP just from killing shrines.
yeah.
Did a TP start without much idle time. It was really well done.
So the thing I didn't ever contest were his boats. I think those are three from the I'm pretty sure those have to be three that he shipped and three from the consulate, unless
Yeah,
one of those spots is his water flag. But like with the 1K wood I shipped, I instead of building the TC, I think it would have definitely been like better to get the last bank and like make a dock, train a caravel, and just shut that down as well.
yeah. I imagine it was when you build Toshigo, you get some export. So you probably got the port's consulate tech, and he did have. I can't find the exact timestamp, but he did have 3 boats as his H1 shipment. So he
Yeah,
probably did a combination of those two.
yeah, I would assume so as well. Yeah, because he also never had best heroes, so that's where his expert must have gone.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Other than that, I feel like also heavy cannons are just a really good unit versus Japan, I'm told.
Yeah, I mean, heavy cannons are overall just great, but like yeah, especially versus a civ like Japan, they can pack quite the punch.
Yes, definitely. All right, well, thank you so much, Migo, for your time. I really appreciate that we could do this video together, and I look forward to doing many more like this. And for those of you in the comments, feel free to drop a comment, tell us what you think of this strategy, and if you want to see a different type of strategy or showcase on for future videos. This is the Royal Clan. I'm GK Shaman, and Migo, if you want to say goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Cheers, guys. Have a good day.